Anyway, so what we're going to do this morning is a little bit of breathing. So we're going through this transitional period. We're just starting to move into autumn. So we're moving in towards winter, and it's probably more pronounced in mid-America to the east coast of America than it is here. But even here, we're starting to see, believe it or not, some of the deciduous trees are changing colour, which is kind of interesting because it's quite warm here. So one of the ways I think to kind of aid that process is with the breath. And so what I want to do today is do a little bit of breathing in between a little bit of meditation, just see how that goes. And so we'll start though with our 9-round breathing, but I'll just lead you into that and see how it goes. Let me know what you think. Okay, or not. All right, so let's just settle into our meditation process. I also just wanted to welcome Alex, who's new to the morning meditation. Nice to see you, Alex.
Hi.
All right. Okay. So just again, whether you've just woken up or whether you've been up for a couple of hours, depending where you are, just check where your mind's at. And then if you are sitting at a desk or on a chair with your legs down, just have your feet about a hip's width apart, maybe resting on a little cushion. Sits bones are slightly raised. Hands in the meditation mood, your right hand nestled in the left with the thumbs touching. And your shoulders are aligned with your hips. Just imagine your spine is a string of pearls of light, and you're stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. And you can just imagine that somebody is above you, behind you, very gently lengthening that string of pearls of light. Just imagine all the muscles along the back are just very gently releasing, lengthening, and you're getting a little bit taller. Now at the same time also perhaps imagine you're just being pulled by the tips of your ears. So your neck is lengthening and at the same time gliding back. So your ears are in line with your shoulders. So we don't look necessarily for an arrow straight spine because the spine has natural curves in it. But as much as we can, particularly as we get older and gravity starts to take over, we need to remember just to keep that spine aligned. My chiropractor's office, as you're checking out, there's a big notice on the desk that says, "Stand tall." And your head is very slightly tipped forward. You want to put a little bit of length in the back of the neck. So try not to have your head pull you forward like this. It's also a little bit wanting to go back to sleep if you start to nod off like that. So you're just it's just almost from the base of the skull, you're just hinging forward a little bit. And if your head if there's constriction in the back of the skull and your chin is tipped up, it creates agitation in the mind. So somewhere in the middle, slightly tipped forward, eyes are down, looking along the length of the nose, with the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Just relax the jaw. Now bring the mind to the crown of the head and relax the scalp area, the forehead, and the eyes, the cheeks, the area around the mouth. And go to the back of the head and relax the scalp there, just releasing any tension. Relax the ears, the inner ear. Perhaps just imagine someone who's shining a torch inside your ear. Nice warm torch. Just relaxes everything inside. Relax the temples and the back of the tongue. Just move down to the neck, back of the neck. Relax, release any tension there. Allow your shoulders to drop down, your shoulder blades to drop down. And relax the throat, the chest, the belly, limbs, hands, fingers, and feet and toes. And bring the mind to the breath. And just notice the sensation of the air just very gently flowing in and out of the nostrils as you're breathing in and as you're exhaling. And if there are any sounds in your environment, as we're moving through autumn here, it's dark now this time of day, so nothing is outside, silent. But perhaps where you're living you can hear traffic. Maybe there's people in your home making breakfast. Just allow those sounds, although maybe familiar, sometimes maybe distracting, and notice what it is that is distracting. Very gently bring the mind back to the breath. Now just check your thoughts. Is what's arising in your mind reasonable? Is it even true? And maybe just have an honest check with ourselves, a little bit of a reality check about what's going on inside there. Perhaps there's some scary places that perhaps we shouldn't go alone. Try and put some space in between those thoughts. Just notice what's there. And step back. And just observe. We can just imagine, this is Mingyur Rinpoche's analogy. This river, we're sitting on the bank of a river and we're just watching it flow on by. And we're not being swept away, we're not drowning. We're free from the river. So now let's bring to mind all those people of our life. Our loved ones, spouses, children, family, friends. These are people we have constructive relationships, varying degrees. But these are people we have very strong, fond feelings for. We're bonded to these people. We think about them, care about them, worry about what we're going to give them for Christmas, maybe something, Thanksgiving. And then we have people in our lives who are a little bit difficult maybe, but we try to be good Buddhists. but there's still a bit of an edge to how we feel about them. Oh, sorry. And then there's those strangers in our life. Every single day. Going to the shops. Going somewhere on some form of transit. Going on the freeway. Walking down the road. We pass people we don't know. And then we don't think about them again. But why not? Why don't we have equal concern for that person as our loved ones? And we might say, well, that's obvious. But actually, if we think about it, everybody's equal. Just like you and me. They're all equally deserving of our concern. And why? Because everybody wants to be happy. Everyone's looking for happiness but not quite finding it. Everybody wants to be free from suffering, and we always somehow seem to have problems coming up. And everybody has this really extraordinary capacity for this enlightened mind. It's all there. It's who you really are and who you've always been. So we do this meditation this morning for all these people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings. So we'll start with the 9-round breathing, but before we start, sorry, I'm not sure what's happening here. Before we start, we'll just do a little bit of breathing. So as you're breathing in, inhale for 4, 3 or 4, perhaps everyone can do 4, and just count it down. So inhaling 4, 3, 2, 1, and just pause. This is not an effortful holding of breath. Just pause at the top of the breath, and just exhale this time. 4, 3, 2, 1, and just relax. And try it again. Inhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Exhaling. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just release the technique. Take a breath. And now we're going to try and increase the exhale. So this is a way, if you are having maybe difficulty with some kind of level of anxiety, or your heart starts to race, apparently this is one way to help to stabilize. So inhaling, we'll try inhaling for 4, exhaling for 6. And if that's not possible, just take it to 3 and 5. You'll also notice if you practice this at home, your lung capacity will increase. I never thought that possible, but I've noticed in myself how it's happened, and around this time of COVID, it's good to think about lung capacity. So let's start inhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Try again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhaling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just try again. Nice steady breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing at the top of the breath. Then exhaling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take a breath. Now let's bring in our 9-round breathing. See if this works for you. And as I said, if you can only even do a count of 2, depending on where you're at right now, that's fine, because our body changes all the time. Okay, so whatever count you're on, breathing in blissful, radiant white light. And pause at the top of the breath very briefly, and then as you're breathing out, and you can, if you wish, make this breath a little bit longer or keep it equal, it's up to you. Breathe out all your attachment energy as thick, black, yucky smoke. And really imagine you're getting rid of it. Try and feel the emotion around, the feelings around attachment and grasping and unhealthy desire and neediness and wanting something. And just breathe that out. And they say anxiety is part of attachment as well. So breathe that out as thick, black, yucky smoke that disappears into space. Not one atom left. Do that 3 times. Breathing in through the left nostril this time. Blissful, radiant white light. And pause at the top of the breath. And then breathe out through the right nostril all your anger energy. And bitterness and grudges and jealousy. Jealousy is anger. A wish to harm. Revenge. All these kinds of very heavy emotions. And just breathe that out. Depression. Internalized anger. Breathe that out as thick, black, yucky smoke. Do that 3 times. And breathe in through both nostrils. Blissful, radiant white light. Pausing at the top of the breath. And then breathe out all your ignorance. This is not understanding the way things truly exist. Not understanding cause and effect. Karma. So breathe that out as thick, black, yucky smoke and do that 3 times. So we'll do 3 sets of 3 in our own time. So wherever you're at, just bring the mind back to the breath and just feel. And do you notice a difference between now and when we started? It doesn't take terribly much to ground ourselves. And we have the ability to do it right at our fingertips. You can do this anywhere, on the bus, in the office, but I think sometimes we forget to use these tools because we get so up into our heads. So now let's take that stillness into silent meditation. So bringing the mind back to the breath. Got about 5 to 6 minutes left. And just notice the thoughts. Have they slowed down? Is there space? Bring the mind back to the breath and imagine expanding your mind. And we're only meditating for a short period here, so really try and focus as much as you can. Keep the mind on the breath. It's always there with you. Bring the mind back to the breath. Okay, everybody, just relax. Always amazes me how fast the time goes. Okay, so I will see you on the 21st of October. So have a wonderful entry into, what is it? Oh, Halloween. Which seems to have started already. So, yeah, I was saying to the group last night, there's little tiny orange pumpkins at checkout all over the place here, which just seems really strange. But anyway, so everybody, thank you so very much. Beautiful concentration this morning. I can tell it's, yeah, there you go. You're doing it already. Okay. Happy Halloween, Thanksgiving. Anyway. Thank you very much. I'm sure it'll be fun. Venerable. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Lots of love and stay safe. And I hope to see you soon. Okay, bye. Blessings. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. Bye.